for 3 months straight, we have been doing Legos Island Summer of 2025. And today is the final day of the event. Sunday, August 31st, 2025. Dang, man. Has 3 months already gone by already? That's actually insane. My god, man. Holy frick. 3 months really did go by already. That's actually insane. I can't believe it's already over. Dang. Well, it is a yearly tradition to obviously do a finale for this series. And of course, we are back once again to deliver exactly that. So without further ado, let's get into it. Like, let me break this down. This entire summer here was complete randomness. So much to say that this could be called the summer of randomness. Because there was no specific theme this year. And that's probably what made this very special. But with that said, we have a finale to do, so let's get into it. Also, this is probably the latest time I am ever filming one of these finales, 11 at night. So guys, last time we left off on August 28th, and now we're gonna be making our way to the final 3 items of the event, being August 29th, August 30th, and of course, August 31st as in yearly tradition. So let's get started. First up, August 29th, the stripped birch wood. That will be placed right here. Now, this year, unlike the previous year, we are back to having the last 2 items prior to the final item being based off of the traditional summer colors that the summer was based off of, which means the August 30th item is the stripped warped hype day. Now, this is mainly because these 2 blocks in particular, if we place them side by side, were the 2 said colors for this year's Legos Island Summer in 2025. And that can explain why those are here, offered as items. Now, I know this item was released back in 2020's Legos Island Summer. I'm not sure about this one, though. This might be the first time it's here for Legos Island Summer. But that doesn't matter. What really matters is right here, August 31st. Right here is where it all finishes, like every year. And if you look next to it, you may realize that once again, as in yearly tradition, we have a scavenger hunt to go on to find various items throughout the summer that were very unique. This is something I like to do every year. It is something I really like doing. So of course it's back again. With all that said, we have a grand total of 15 items to find throughout the events that were dedicated to all the specific ideas I had throughout the summer. Because as I stated earlier, there was no specific theme. So what are we waiting for? Let's ring the bell! And here we are, back at the beginning of the event, like in yearly tradition. Because, fun fact, it's actually a good thing that we spawned right here, considering that's where our first item in the hunt is, the Legos Island Summer 2025 hat that we have been wearing throughout the entire summer, outside of minor occasions when certain areas offered hats. Of course, including here, the port, lodge, other side of the island, and furthermore. Either way, we've been wearing this hat basically all summer. Now, like 2024, I'm actually going to pause in between every single one of these since some of them are far away from each other. Our next item comes here from the Summer Fair theme, specifically June 6th, and it's not here. But, thankfully, the item is down here instead. Now, that of course represented the Summer Fair, obviously, as we can clearly see over there. Next up, the underwater room. That's because there is a specific item over here, specifically the tube coral block, but mainly you're meant to get it out of this door. Dang man, I will not lie, it was very nice finally using this room for Legos Island Summer. That was honestly something I'm very proud of, since this room doesn't really get used much anymore. In fact, nearly half of June was spent in here. Our next item that we need to find comes from my birthday section of the event. Specifically right here, June 25th, for the 23rd birthday hat banner. So with that said, next up, the 4th of July section on the other side of the island. Well, actually, the pathway going to it, to be realistic. Yeah, I should have been a little more clear. Yeah, it's actually the pathway that we actually have to go to. So, yeah. Whoa! I was meant to go on the bridge, not go underwater. Anyway, the item is not here, but it is here instead. 2025 American flag. Next up, the other side of the island. For real this time. Ah, yes. Who remembers the Florida vacation of 2025? That was a very nice thing back then. And our next item is July 9th, which is not here. Thankfully, we can actually go ahead and gain the item ourselves just by doing that. Next up, the water park. Wait, sorry, it's actually not here. I accidentally mistaken it for the theme park, which is actually where the item is. My bad, I assumed this item was over there, but no, it's actually over here. Right. I had to remember, were we getting something from over there or over here? I remembered it was over here. So, it was the Whirlpool banner. That was nice back then. Oh yeah, that's right, the Summer Splash theme was spread into two areas. Right, the armor shop, that's right. That's where we gained all this armor. So yeah, this was another one of the places that we actually had to replace the hat. Temporarily. And in fact, our item here is actually the last one in this area. July 19th. The summer 2025 shoes, and we have ran out of space, which means we're gonna have to clear my inventory. Done! Resort is next, and yeah, that's right, this was the summer beach theme, when we turned, like, the entire resort into a legitimate beach, even though this place is technically always considered that. Anyway, the item we're looking for here is July 21st, which is the Sand Palm Tree banner. Oh yeah, that's right, because this was only here for like one episode. You know, I remember a lot of these places were only here for like one episode, and then we were just gone from them after. Now here's where things get really interesting. You see, we're back in the summer musical, and it's also nighttime again. Which is for one reason. This place was meant to be at nighttime during the event. There we go. But yeah, no, summer musical. Pretty nice. Anyway, the item we're actually finding is actually over here on July 24th, being the Music Disc Mall. Either way though, I'll still not lie, this was a very nice looking theme. Okay, so our next item is actually not here in the campsite, went here by mistake. It is actually over here in the pathway. This is for July 31st, and the item is not here. Thankfully, the item is over here. I just wanted to make sure it was still there or not. Anyway, that is the tent banner, and this was obviously because back then the campsite turned into a whole, you know, summer camp over there, which I'm not gonna lie, that was pretty creative. Next up is the Two Small Mountains, and remember, this was the Summer Luau theme, so there's definitely got to be at least one Summer Luau themed item here. And according to the whole, you know, scavenger hunt, we have to do August 4th. And the item's not here. Thankfully, much like the shirt, we could actually just grab it from here and claim it ourselves. Normally. Now, that is it for that. I'll still admit this design looks awesome. Right, so here was where we had the smoothie shop. That was very cool. Speaking of smoothies, actually, the banner is our next item. And it's not there. Thankfully, the item is right here. That being the smoothie banner. Next up, the village. Oh, and just for the record, this item was on August 19th. All right, two more and we're done with this thing. Yes, the Palm Tree Village. We were here just a few episodes ago, so this isn't even that long ago. Thankfully, the item relies here in the August 25th item booth. And it's not here. Thankfully, it's right here. So, that's good. Anyway, we only have one item left on the hotel rooftop. And as you can see, it is back to evening up here once again. This is mainly because our final item being specifically August 27th, the Sunset Banner. So now that we have all items officially collected from their said item huts, let's go ahead and put all of these items in the dispenser. Starting off with the first 5 right there. Then we have the next 5 right here. And lastly, the final 5 right here. And now, of course, we can just, put these, back in my inventory since, we're done now with this. And with all that being said, we can now go ahead and officially bust open the door. Yeah, that's right. Instead of opening, we just straight up busted open this time and gained the Summer 2025 banner and the LEGO Island Summer 2025 recap. Obviously, let's place the banner down. And yeah, I don't know why that was there, honestly. Anyway, that's obviously the banner. You've been seeing it all across the event for the past month. So, yeah. And, of course, the recap itself. Thank you for supporting LEGO's Island Summer 2025. I can say this was definitely a summer of randomness. I'm glad I decided to not have a specific theme, as it allowed me to have more freedom and experiment with random summer ideas, and it was fun. I guess we can now call this LI Summer of Randomness. I hope you enjoyed all the ideas I came up with, and which one was your favorite. September is going to be a month full of surprises and mystery. The main event of September is a mystery, and alongside that, there will be a few mystery mini-events to look forward to as well before it. Hint, these events haven't been seen in 3 to 4 years. I once again thank you for your support of LEGO's Island Summer 2025, and who knows, I may do this random summer ideas again in LEGO's Island Summer 2026, or just go back to a traditional theme like previous ones. I'm actually thinking of doing random ideas for LI Christmas 2025. Well, we'll see what happens when LEGO's Island Summer comes back in June 2026. Until then, goodbye, LEGO's Island Summer 2025. By, of course, myself, LEGO Master 627. And there you go. That is the end. That is the end of another summer event. Can you believe it, man? It's over now. I can't believe 3 months have already gone by already. That's genuinely insane. But overall, once again, thank you so much for watching this LEGO's Island Summer for 2025. Obviously, assuming, of course, I'm still doing this nonsense by next time, we'll be back in a good 9 months in June 2026 to do all of this over again. Well, that's of course if I'm still doing all this nonsense by then. You never really can truly predict the future unless you're pretty good at it. But in reality, I don't think we really truly can predict the future, so who knows? We'll see what happens. For now, though, I had a very fun time doing LEGO's Island Summer 2025, and as the book stated, it was very nice not doing a specific theme for once. I truly did have a lot more freedom with this event, and I truly just had a lot of fun coming up with all those random ideas that thankfully did stick to the summer theme, or at least most of them. Anyway, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in the next episode of LEGO's Island on September 1st for Labor Day. Yep, we're still not done with events. We still got one more after this, and then the island can finally go back to normal.